All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to another Stormworks Classic Career. We are back on the ship. I have successfully planted it. I am getting a little bit of oil. It seems to be coming and going, coming and going. I'm not sure why. So we're just gonna see how long we can get this to last before we have any hiccups, before it explodes or we have an error or whatever. Yeah, but I just wanted to kind of put this up there just to show, like, I've been trying and trying and trying, and it's not the ship. It's not the ship. It's not the captain of the ship. See, we're down. We're able to get oil. All right, the ship does work. Now we have to test, like, what's going to happen. Like, my theory was that we'd be able to pump for a little bit, and then when it gets too rough and choppy, maybe we have to disconnect, which kind of makes sense, right? We have to disconnect from the ocean floor, ride out the storm, and then connect again. I guess, when you're on an oil rig, it doesn't really, it seems like a lot of connecting and disconnecting. But yeah, so that's where we're at. What I don't see is the oil. Oh boy, flowing in here. Maybe there's not enough oil in the ship. Yeah, none on this side. Yeah, let's... fluid in there, and then I need to check on alright, well, we're getting lots of oil. That's good. Probably turn that off. You only need the slurry when you're pumping. You don't need the slurry when you're not pumping oil, or when you're pumping oil. So that's what I was saying, like, if we happen to have to disconnect and reconnect, it could take up a lot of slurry. Oh, looks like that's all I had to do, was open that up. Okay, and now, because there's the 6 refineries, I really don't think I'm getting enough oil, like, to keep up. I don't think there's enough oil, so yeah, I'm gonna have to wait. Which is a surprise, because on the refinery, like, it was pumping a decent amount to keep up, and here it's losing. It was weird, yeah. So I removed the pump that I had there, and now I see I'm gonna have to change it with something a little more powerful. Oh no, we're starting to gain now. But yeah, I removed the pump that I had there, and what was happening is it was pumping in and then back out, in and then back out. So I ended up having to swap to... Oh yeah, it's going pretty decent now. Yeah, it's going pretty decent. I want to check the helicopter out, right? Like, I wanted to see if it'll stay here and not error. So what did I do differently this time that I didn't do all the other times? Well, 2 things: the fracking fluid, the slurry, and the pipe. So as you can see here, instead of lowering it connected. I disconnected it and I just lowered it with the winches. And that kind of made sure that there wasn't too much pipe down there. I also haven't climbed the tower to see if it's going to make those noises. I don't really want to. Yeah, so you have to make sure the slurry is on and pumping before you connect this guy to the pipe, right? So you connect all your pipe together and you land on the ocean floor. You don't anchor the wellhead. Then what you do is you connect the drill, you connect the pump, and then you turn on the slurry. And you give the pipe a chance to fill up with slurry so it reaches down to wherever you got to go to. So I don't know, wait 5 minutes or a couple of minutes, something like that. It doesn't take long. Then you turn the pump on. Then what I did was I clamped the pipe, and then I just lowered it. I forced it down. I turned the anchor wellhead on, and I just forced it down. And as soon as it connected to the ocean floor, bingo bango, I got the oil thing, and it worked. It was pumping this time. So I assume it was two things. It was the... See, I don't want to turn this on yet. It's 100,000 liter capacity. I'd like to wait till it gets a little bit fuller just in case it starts sucking way too much out. Because I can't really turn the refineries off, right? Like, I already know it's not gonna be able to keep up. So yeah, so now we kind of have to wait here until we get full, and then we can start refining, and then we'll see what goes on from there. So let's save this as drill test. We'll say pumping. All right. So that's a success. It's here. It's pumping. It didn't error. It didn't error when I planted it. Like I said, it took me 5 attempts, and about well, you saw the YouTube hours there. About I don't know, probably 15 to 20 hours of just leaving the dock, coming here and drilling. Right? It takes almost 2 hours to sail here. An hour to sail here, and then it takes 2 hours to drill. So yeah, it's probably about 3 or 4 hours, start to finish. So when you fail, it's like, man, you failed. Then I have to go back and troubleshoot. So the first bit of troubleshooting was 3 hours, and then the second bit of troubleshooting was 3 hours. So, you know, it adds up, right? So we're about about 25, 26 hours to get here. But we're here. We're here. It's successful. So I've saved it. So let's leave it. Actually, I saved it. So I want to test one thing. This is going to tell me a little bit and a lot. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Let's get out of the water before the sharks come. Right, so now we have to wait for a tsunami. Right, we have to test it out. What's it going to do when a tsunami hits the boat? So when all those elements combine, because I know when I was drilling on the oil rig, I was having a similar issue with the game crashing, and I reported it. I don't report it just to be like, oh, the game crashes and it sucks, but it's more like, you know, what am I doing wrong, right? I don't get the error report. They get the error report, and if they're able to decipher through the code, however they get the report, right? They can read through the crash statistics and all that. It'll show why it crashed, right? What caused the error? It was either too much pipe in the hole that caused the wellhead to explode, or there wasn't enough fracking fluid. Like, there's all those things, and all those things are going to cause your game to mess up, right? So that's kind of why I reported. I should probably mention that in my comment on there, just to kind of, you know, it's not for me, it's for them. You know, maybe they could put a disclaimer out, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe I should watch the tutorial. But there's no one concrete tutorial which shows you how to combine all the elements together, you know, and then sail out and drill in that. It's just, here's our oil rig that we made. See if you can use it, right? So we've made the oil rig platform. And now we've made this awesome ship that does work. All right, now let me climb the mast. If it starts making the Let's see. Oh yeah, you see that? See how it's destroyed? Right now, I don't know why it's making that sound. Oops. No idea. Let's go check the wellhead. Oh yeah, it's still pumping. And this is good. We're still down on the floor. Yeah, we're still anchored. It doesn't kind of look like it, right? It looks like we're almost off the ground a little bit. That's probably just, I don't know, just a shadow. Anyway, so it's anchored. It's drilling. Our capacity is 100,000 liters. So we're about 10% of the way there. So now what I want to do is... Ooh, it's really lagging. Probably has... Look at the damage. It'll have something to do with the damage, right? It's lagging big time. I'm not too sure what's happening. So in lieu of that, this thing's got electricity. And it's got... Whoa. And it's full of jet fuel. Like I say, we saved it. So I can do damage and you know, all that good stuff, right? So what we gotta do, we gotta take this off. Yeah, I just kind of want to fly up and then do like an aerial survey, you know, just kind of relent on how many hours, oh man, on how many hours it's taken me to get to this point. And now I'm here, I've succeeded, it hasn't crashed. Oh man. Well, it's nothing like, you know, you put out all these videos on YouTube. People are watching it, and you're trying to convince them that it's worth it's worth watching it, you know, like you follow my instructions and it works. I'm not an absolute failure. So there are obviously, yeah, it's lagging big time. There are obviously problems with this, you know, we know that, I'm sure. Awesome. Inside light, backlight, gyro. Oops. That's all you have to do. This one here, I have the engine set up, I think it's at 40%. So you just turn it on and it flies. There's no throttle. There's no throttle or anything. Oops. This was just a real basic helicopter that I made. Just to test it out now, we are going to try and go to this island over here. Where is that? This island over here. Right, and I think we can just take off. Oh, I see that one's really close to the others. Takes a minute for it to start up, right? I've got the jet engine, the small jet engine connected, but I don't have it pushing any thrust. And that was because at the time I made this helicopter, all I had access to was the small jet engine. So yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I'll be upgrading. We'll make a bigger helicopter with the medium jet engine. Here and that, like, yeah. My plan was to... That's not on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, what happened there? Alright, well that didn't work out. Oh, here, we'll do that. See what happens when we load it when it's pumping. And it hasn't crashed yet. That's so exciting. It hasn't crashed yet. So we haven't climbed up the mast. And maybe I lied about the helicopter here. Let's see here. Yeah, we're still pumping. Everything appears to be good. All right, we'll close this door. Make sure that door's closed. And make sure these doors are closed before we take off on the helicopter. All right, I'm not going to climb up on the mast. We'll do this here. I have an electrical node up there, but it's not connected. So I ended up just connecting the electrical node for the helicopter to the winch because all the winches have power. All right, so that takeoff was a little rough. I guess I'll have to. It's been a while since I've flown this helicopter. So I think it's W that is takeoff, and then up and down is yeah, speed. I think. We'll figure it out here. All right, that should be that. It should just take off and go straight up. All right. Yeah, that's as easy as this one is. I had oh, whoops. I had alt hold on this one. I think I had alt hold on this one. That was the only thing I did, right? I just used a PID to make alt hold, but I think that's where I left off. I was trying to make like a homemade autopilot. And then I was like, yeah, I subscribed to one on Steam. After seeing how I did the trigonometry and everything, and then what I forgot to do is transfer it into, 360, make it a circle and all that. That's basically where I was at. I could get the rudder to turn to the angle that I needed it, but I couldn't get the rudder to return to 0. I was like, yeah, you know what, maybe I'm not that smart as I think I am. Now, autopilot is no joke, right? So this one here, I was going to try and make it alt hold, and then, of course, the autopilot so it could fly wherever, but I'm just not that good at the math. So I said, and this is the second helicopter I built. The first one was diesel. So this is the first jet-powered helicopter. Let's see if it'll take off. I hope it takes off. Just have to wait for it to kick in here. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know why. But it just seems like something takes off good on the ground. Maybe that's it. It's just, I really need a wider path here. I don't know what's going on. It just seems to be one of those days. Helicopter's not working. Ship's working though. I mean, that's good. We got the ship working. All right. I don't know why this won't take off. I gotta go up, straight up or something. I don't know. I'll have to fly this thing a few times. It's like the airplane I got. I built the jet and I could take off in it. But when it comes to like landing, it goes way too fast, right? I'm just not able to tone the jet engine down. This one here it's set at a speed, so I just have to figure out how to fly again. It's one of those things. Maybe I'll go while I'm waiting for this thing to pump here, we'll fly around. But you basically gotta wait for it to go full speed, right? Wait for it to spool up. I hope I'm not wedged in here. It shouldn't matter. So one of these, it's either the up. Yeah, like it's up. Up. There it goes. You see it's kind of full speed now. No, I don't know why it doesn't. Ay. Nothing's working out today. It could very well be the, man, that's really disappointing. Oh, man, seriously, this is just... I've been at this for way too long now. I'm just losing patience. Oh, I gotta take a look at the helicopter now. Oh, man, this is just wearing on me. So happy. Well, I guess it wasn't really important. I mean, the helicopter wasn't the whole point, but it would be nice to just be able to take off in the helicopter here. All right, let's just. It's just supposed to fly up. Like I say, I'll adjust it. I think the engine is set. There's a pit in there. It's set to 45, so it's not supposed to over compress. But again, it might be just a little bit too much power for, I don't know. This is the helicopter you see me flying around normally. So we'll see what happens when I'm in the air. I might have to turn this one down a little bit. No, I don't. Oh, that's so frustrating. Yeah, something's wrong. Something's wrong with this. Yeah, see, the value is set to 0.45. So, maybe I can take off from here. Maybe this is a better takeoff spot. I can repair it. I can still repair it. I think. Oh boy. Nothing's working. The jumps aren't working. Come on, you. Oh, come on. No, we're just having some technical difficulties here. Maybe we can get at it from here. Oh, seriously? Alright, I don't know what I'm doing. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, so... No, I didn't want to jump onto that side. How frustrating that is. Maybe I'll have to turn it down here. Oh, there we go. Now you have to be careful when you're... See, we appear to be wave-proof, but we're kind of moving around a little bit, right? This is sort of what... We're sort of in the worry zone here. Oh, I don't even know if I can take off from here. Probably not. No. All right, well, let's scrap that plan for now, then. Kind of sucks. See how we're doing for oil. We're still pumping. Are we still pumping? We're still pumping. Well, we're at 17,000 liters already. See, there we are in the... Yeah, see, it's a lot more solid now than it was. It's not moving around. Look at the water coming over the sides. I think that's a good indication that we're... All right, well, let's start refining and just sort of see what's going on here. What is it here? So just the one side. I'll turn on the other side too. Try and get an indication of of how quickly we can refine. Oh, I'm gonna have to, I think, open up. Really starts shaking in the storm. See it moving around. Oh, 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 yeah. Now, I don't expect to be able to refine in the storm, right? I don't expect this thing to, it's doing a good job, but I really don't expect it to survive. Okay, so we're not getting any, oh yeah, we're not going to survive. We're going to explode. It's just, see, it's trying to handle the physics. But it can't move because we're anchored. Oh, that's good. I wonder maybe if I release it and we just move, we just slide up and down on the... Oh, look, here comes this, oh, perfect timing. Here comes this tsunami wave. Perfect timing. Well, I'm happy that we're getting fuel. I don't know why we're not getting any jet fuel. Well, I mean, should I be so surprised at this point in time if we're not getting any jet fuel? Probably, what, because of that? Probably because of that. Oh boy, it's something's happening here. Hey, there we go. Let's see. So if we open up those spigots. Oh yeah, there we go. There we are. Ladies and gentlemen, so I don't even know. I guess I could sit here until it's full. Like I say, it's doing some strange things. There it is. Success. Oh, look at that. We're floating. We're absolutely floating on this. Look at how deep the waves are. We're floating on this thing. Holy. Yeah, success. Oh, that makes it worth. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's, if I can get those to 1,000, that'll be 36,000. So obviously I can't keep up to what I'm pumping, so I'm gonna have to upgrade the pumps a little bit. And that's all right, I suppose. We kind of had a feeling that was gonna be happening. But yeah, there it is. And we're making more than our generator is consuming. Cool. Wow. Thank you so much for watching. And oh yeah, look, we're moving around. So that's what I was thinking. I was thinking you can drill when it's good, and then when the weather gets bad like this, you're probably gonna have to disconnect. Disconnect or something. Let's see. Let's see if we let's try something dangerous here. Ooh. All right, so if we, now that the table is connected, let's see if that's any more, I don't know if that's any more stable, probably not. Oh, it's a little more stable, actually. Maybe that's what I needed to do, was connect the, whoa. Yeah. Way more stable with the table clamped to it. That's cool. See, it wasn't doing this before. It was moving around and all that kind of stuff, even when it was pumping. So, all right. Well, there we have it. There we have it. Success. Ooh, look at that. I already have 1,800. Look at that. That was almost getting, 2 of those are getting full. And that's, both of those are at 30,000. Oh yeah, so I could sit out here and refuel. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll sit out here and we'll refuel. And then we'll sail home. What did we need? Oops. About another 10,000, and I'll be able to go home from here. That one's at 0. I don't know why. Oh, and that one too, because they're probably pumping into the other one. Awesome. Well, oh, here comes a wave. Here comes a wave. Oh, yeah. It's doing stuff. Oh, it's doing stuff. Wow. Just the fact that it didn't break. Oh, man. We're still anchored. Awesome. Oh, something snapped. Something just snapped. Oh, now we're in trouble. Oh yeah. Right, so there you have it. So it doesn't survive the storms. So when the weather picks up, just like we did when we were drilling, we'll have to disconnect, wait for the weather, and then replant again. Oh yeah, now we're starting to melt down. Alrighty, well thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.